Mr. Barak, the US President Joe Biden has said that one of the reasons Hamas attacked at this time is because of the India, Middle East, Europe corridor, which was agreed upon during the G20 summit in New Delhi recently, and that's raised a lot of questions in India. Do you think that one of the reasons that the Hamas has attacked at this time is indeed because India, the Middle East and Europe were trying to come together in this corridor, and Israel's relations with countries like Saudi Arabia, thanks to American brokerage or partnership, was actually getting better, and Saudi Arabia would have had formal ties with Israel, and that's one of the reasons why Israel has been attacked by the Hamas at this time?
First of all, I have to tell you that the idea of the corridor and the initiative are very important, very positive development. We are thankful to Prime Minister Modi and for the Indian nation to stand by together with the other, or to be pioneers of this project. I think it's very important. I am not sure whether this was the reason, kind of the most important reason, or exclusively the reason. But very probably it was part of the reason. Another element which probably was more centered on the minds of the Hamas is the talking about trilateral deal between the United States, Saudi Arabia and Israel, which might normalize relationship of Israel with a leading Arab country with a lot of influence in the Islamic world, while ignoring totally the Palestinians. Netanyahu was even proud of it. He promoted the idea that he succeeded in something that no one succeeded before him, to make peace with the whole Arab world while ignoring the Palestinians. So it was, in this regard, it was, once again, it's a thesis that collapsed. Many theses of Netanyahu collapsed in 7th of October. One of them that you can make a peace with the Arab world without taking the Palestinian issue, which is an interest of the whole world now because of the long time. You can ask your government in every close discussion with Israelis, they always raise the expectation that we will find some way to move forward with the Palestinians. And that will never be the same. It's a failure. Another idea that, go ahead.
So who should run Gaza after this military operation is over? What are your thoughts? You were part of the establishment after the Oslo Accords. Israel doesn't want to do it. How long do you think that military operation may take? Once it's over, given that the Fatah, the Palestinian Liberation Organization, is discredited, the Hamas was militarily strong, how does Gaza get administered later? What's your view?
I will tell you an anecdote. 15 years ago, I was Minister of Defense in Olmert's government. And we had, every 2 years, we had certain round of clashes with Hamas, and they ended usually with understanding negotiated by or mediated by the Egyptians. So I thought that we have to probably to use the opportunity, it was easier then than now, and to crash the Hamas and destroy their capabilities. So I was interested in the same questions that you just pointed to. Who will take it from us? So I came to Mubarak and proposed to him the following. Assume that at the next round, we will take over Hamas. And you can demand from us to withdraw immediately with no condition after some 6 weeks, let's say. We'll complete the mission. We will yield to your demand to withdraw with one condition. Condition will be that you, Mubarak, will arrange under Egyptian command certain multinational Arab force with some Moroccans, Omanis, Emiratis, whatever, Bahrainis, and you will take the Gaza Strip for limited period, let's say 3 or 6 months, during which you will act with backing of the Arab League and even backing of the United Nations Security Council to bring back the original internationally recognized owner of the Gaza Strip, which is the Palestinian Authority. And, Mubarak told me, no, Barak, you conquered the Gaza Strip in 67, it's now yours, it's not mine. I will never, ever put my hands into it once again. So I decided to go to Abu Mazen, to the head of the Palestinian Authority. I found him in Jordan. And I talked to him. To cut a long story short, he told me, Barak, I cannot afford coming back to power in Gaza, sitting on Israeli bayonets, you know, the knives on the head of the rifle. And I didn't like the answer, but I should admit it has a Palestinian logic in it. So at the time, 15 years ago, it was impossible. But nowadays, after another 15 years of stable peace with Egypt and Jordan, after the Abraham Accords, just a few weeks from checking whether we can make even normalization with Saudi Arabia, probably it's possible. Nowadays, that if once we take the whole Gaza Strip, an Arab multinational force backed by the UN Security Council, probably by America and the EU, but financed by Saudi Arabia and Qatar, will take it and keep it for 3 or 6 months, during which the Palestinian Authority will be gradually put there on the ground and take control with them. They probably can stay with them for another 6 months to make sure that they are in full control. I think that it's probably possible. If not, there will be certain modification of this idea, but we do not intend to stay there forever, and we need the understanding with the Arab neighbors. That's another burden on Netanyahu's government, because Netanyahu has in his government a right-wing, extreme right-wing, messianic, racist party, which has a vision that, backed by Likud, but not with this enthusiasm, to annex the whole West Bank, to make it full of Jewish settlement and so on, to block any way to implement the two-state solution vision. As long as a combination of Netanyahu, who lost the trust of the public, with these two nuts, I cannot call them other crazy ministers, they cannot enjoy the trust of neither the Jordanians nor the Egyptians, not even the Americans, because of their actual policies. And that is a heavy burden on any effective solution of the crisis once we already taken the Gaza Strip and destroyed Hamas.
Fascinating insights based on your own personal experiences.
India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV.